Hey everyone, AR here, and I've watched a video recently that has come to my attention and it kind of hurts me as a person. As a side note, this is a shout out to the channel Mintmaxed and the channel One Shot Inquisitor. So, for those of you who may not know, I play D&D. I've been playing for 3 years of my life. And I love it because it gives me a chance to create a character who has vision. If you don't already understand, if you're new to the channel, I have a whole other video explaining my disability. But anyways, that's besides the point. What I have heard in a recent video from MintMaxed is a response to One Shot Inquisitor. And I really hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And essentially, he made a video critiquing their first episode of their first series and all of that. And obviously, it's okay. I enjoy constructive feedback, but when I watched the response video and watched One Shot Inquisitor's video, one thing grew very apparent to me, and this is something that David from Sellsword Arts, one of the channels inside MintMaxed, and this sort of hurt me as a D&D player. He felt unwelcome into the D&D community. And as I said, with my experience playing D&D, the D&D community is a way to take the laws of physics and all the stuff that stops us and limits us from the real world to create characters that could be based off us or could be based off whatever we want in a fantasy setting that allows us to escape the world we live in. Because unfortunately, the world we live in sucks. Now, honestly, I've watched the first episode of Mintmaxed, and I personally enjoy it. Now, of course, they were suffering through the Texas ice storm, which I don't know a whole lot about, but if it was anything like the winter apocalypse of March in Gresham and Troutdale that I lived through, oh my gosh, I feel bad for them, and I honestly sympathize with them because I've been through some terrible winter storms myself. And here's the thing. I love welcoming new people to the D&D community. It's something that really gets me going, and I just really enjoy it when people find D&D and like it and find that it's a way to express themselves. As a DM and a player, when I create a character or when I create a campaign, I put a lot of work into that. Just like everyone who's a part of MintMax, that's Instructor Bensei, Blumenek, Sellsword Arts, Jock the Whipper, and Taylor the Bard, they put a lot of work into this. And when I hear that someone is feeling unwelcome and, in David's words, feeling like everything he wants to do to improve the editing may not sound like his ideas anymore, that really hurts me because in D&D, it's supposed to be creative, it's supposed to be fun. Now, of course, there are some points that One Shot Inquisitor gets in with his video, but I'm not going to really show anything because honestly, I am a small YouTube channel and I barely understand how copyright laws work, so I'm not going to be showing any other person's videos until I have that information. So if you want, I will be leaving links to MintMax's response and One Shot Inquisitor's video in my description. So let's go over what I feel like should happen. Now, of course, number one, It's a campaign, they're trying their best, and of course it might not have lived up to the hype that some fans have wished for, but think about it. We still got a cool campaign, and let's think of other D&D channels or streamers. Let's think of World of Io, for example. That's a D&D channel that I watch. It's all digital, and they have fun. And honestly, it looks like it doesn't even cost them. Now, of course, I could be wrong because I've never used Foundry before, but it doesn't look like it's costing them more than $100. And MintMax has had a lot of money go into this project. Now let's think of Legends of Adventurous. Sure, they used actual physical boards and all of that and tokens, and they're all there in person, which is very similar to what MintMax does. How I see MintMax is kind of a mix between the two because they're all there in person, but they're also using the D&D Beyond system. And who cares? You gotta use what you gotta use and what you understand. Me personally, I don't use a map because one, I can't understand how D&D and Beyond works, and I don't have the money to get a map. So, yeah. The struggles of my life. Anyways, I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, I am not trying to start any hate or any debates or anything. I'm not trying to get mixed up in drama that I should not be in, but I feel like as a member of the D&D community, which is brought up in both videos that I have mentioned, I feel like I can sort of advocate for the D&D community. Now, of course, I can't advocate for everyone in the D&D community, but I feel like as a member, I feel like my voice does matter in this situation. Now, MintMax, I loved the first episode, and I want you to make more, and I can't wait for when season 2 or any other seasons come out, because I know it's just going to be 10 times better. And to One Shot Inquisitor, I enjoy your content as well. I enjoy the skits you do, I enjoy everything. It's all good fun and games. And of course it's a big ask because I'm on the internet, I just wish that everyone would be more understanding. And unfortunately, that is not the world we live in. And I understand that, and I can live with that. But I just want Sword Arts and everyone in MintMax who may be just now being introduced to D&D, that I welcome you with open arms. And I may not be able to travel, but if you ever want to video call me to have a guest, I'd be willing to do it. I've got 3 years of experience, and I can make a character real quick. Anyways, this has been my rant about D&D. I guess just the basic premise of this video is to get more information and also be accepting of other people. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. See ya.